That finish, the runner-up finish last year for Joan Duru was key in his re-qualification to this year's championship tour.
You know, he won the heat nonetheless, and a couple of beautiful maneuvers.
Catching up with Joan Duru, and no opening for Duru. Opened up with a half-point ride. Not going to add much with that second attempt there. Jack Freestone, same thing in the non-priority heat, yet to get started with real scores. First Connor Coughlin and William Cardoso. Sweeping bottom turn, big top turn. Jack Freestone working down the line, throws the layback, and comes complete with that one.
Wow. Banks' dad just ripping that one to pieces right there. Beautiful wave there from Jack Freestone. On a 3.67. And then Jack Freestone. Nice little up and over, but watch this turn here. We haven't seen a lot of these today, have we? Beautiful layback snap there from Jack Freestone.
Finding a corner and scratching into this one, Joan Duru. Nice bank off the top. Arcs through the shoulder there. And Duru surfs through the glare, kicks out. This number dropped in for this man, Jack Freestone. Previous wave where he got that layback hack, pots a 6.83.
The judges loved it because, you know what, they haven't seen it. It's going to be a long 3.5 minutes for Connor, and it's going to fly by for William Cardoso. That's how it works. You know, when you're behind, time just seems to disappear.
Oh, adjustment there. Finds a little cover time. And Jack Freestone back up and lip throws the fins for the finish. He's got a 1-point ride in his scoreline. He's going to ditch that and gain his lead over Joan Duru in the non-priority matchup.
Through the lip, you know, timed that really well. Let's have a look here as he takes off and somehow slides into the barrel. Kind of a messy exit, but then I like that too. Blows the fins right out of the back of that wave. That was great stuff there from Jack Freestone.
Got to compete here in Peniche, Portugal, back in the Search Series event, and also 2010, as we've had a crazy day, Ro, for the round of 32. As we come through a wild shot there through the sunlight of Jack Freestone, pulling together the rotation. Still in the water with Joan Duru, and Wilson and Soli Bailey will finish off the round for us today.
When I caught up with Julian earlier, whoa, we see that big aerial maneuver from Jack. Doesn't quite get the rotation on the spinner.
Conditions in Super Tubos, they can change so quickly. Really rippable conditions at the moment as we see the flyaway kick out for Joan Duru. You definitely have to be prepared for everything. Slowly finding some barrels first thing in the morning. Now the fuller tide, it looks like it's really going to be decided on the open face.
Well, you see Joan Duru, and they were kind of begging the question, I think, Jack Freestone out the back, because he obviously had intent to go on that wave. It flipped over, and then he still went on this one. Kelly, what's your take?
That looked like a loss of priority on the wave before that.
Still with the lead over Joan Duru. Kelly, you've had a couple of meetings with Jack. What kind of competitor is he in the lineup to deal with? Well, hang on a second. Duru making a move. Jack clearly with priority on this one.
Well, I look for a big air right here. It looks like he's going to be setting up for that.
Winding up. Crazy extension off the top of that one, and somehow Jack pulls it off. Take another look at this thing, because it was such a creative launch off the lip.
It was a very odd kind of air, because it looked like he was going to throw the reverse, and then he didn't get the rotation around, but he got the nose down enough, and then kind of talk about all these the Red Bull Airborne. Oh, that was a nice turn too.
This is Duru trying to answer back, carve, and then falls on that inside section. So maybe Freestone just was fueled up.
Didn't he win the Airborne in Bali?
At his footwork as well. His left foot was all the way on the tip of his board. Rosie, what happened on the left to Duru here?
Yeah, dynamic first maneuver from Duru. Finds.
And there's been an evolution of that. Like when I was a kid, going into layback and recovering was like a cool thing. But those days are long gone, I think, for the most part.
Riding out of your maneuvers clean. I think he did get a bit sideswiped on that last little section.
So down to 90 seconds in the heat with Freestone and Duru. Jack, backhand float off the bottom, and he's out of there. Is probably now maybe happy for that non-priority switch, because it fired him up to really take control of the heat.
It also put him in sync to get that big score that he got. And he rode a little smaller board and kind of got the medium ones that were standing more on the reef, and he played it smart. He got the right waves and smoked me.
Well, Jack Freestone just makes it official. 15-point total, 817 for one of the most radical airs of the day.
Here we go.
Duru knocked out early
that's
this
cool.
year at the MEO Rip Curl. Portugal will wrap up the day with Julian and Soli right after this.